tell you once again. So ad hoc testing means testing the application randomly. Randomly means without any sequence or flow. There is no sequence, there is no flow. We are going to test the application randomly. And we test the negative values. Generally, we will test for the negative values. And then in ad hoc testing is done only once the functional testing is completed. Functional testing means testing is divided into two parts, functional and non-functional. Functional means which is going to check the functionality, like functional testing, integration testing, system testing, smoke testing, etc. Non-functional testing means the testing which tests the performance of the application. And now in smoke testing, I given an example of amount transfer page where there is something called as from account number, there is something called as to account number, there is something called as amount, there is something called as transfer and cancel button. From account number, the account from which money is going to be transferred. To account number, the account to which the amount is going to be transferred. Amount, the particular amount that is going to be transferred. Transfer and cancel button. So if suppose $1,000 is getting transferred from to someone to account number, and someone clicked this transfer button 4 times, then what happened? $4,000 was sent to the other user. He wanted to transfer only $1,000, but he clicked this button 4 times because that page was loading when he clicked for the first time. So he clicked on 3 more times to the transfer button, and finally $4,000 was transferred to the particular user. Now this kind of testing is called as ad hoc testing. It will be done only once the functional testing is completed. So I told you smoke testing, I told you ad hoc testing. So who is going to tell me the difference between smoke testing and ad hoc testing? Let us write down. So what is difference between smoke testing and ad hoc testing? What is smoke testing? Testing the
Basic and
basic
critical
and
features
critical
of the application.
features of an application.
Application.
What is ad hoc testing? Ad hoc testing is what?
Test,
Testing the
testing
application,
application randomly
Hmm. testing the application randomly.
without any sequence.
Yeah, randomly means what? That is without any, that is without any sequence of flow. Okay, now the next thing is, the next point who will tell me, the smoke testing we test for positive values. We test for
Positive
positive values.
values.
Ad hoc testing will test for negative
Negative
values. We
values.
test for negative values. Then it is done as soon as we get a
Build.
build, and for each and every build. It is done once functional testing is completed. It is a mandatory testing. Smoke testing is functional testing is a smoke testing is a mandatory testing because it is mandate that as we get a build or if we get an application, we are going to do some kind of basic and critical check to verify the build is testable. But here, if time permits, then only we will do the ad hoc testing It is an optional one. So this is what is all about smoke testing and ad hoc testing. There is something called as compatibility testing. Compatibility testing means what, you know? To understand compatibility testing, we used to play a game in our childhood. I don't know how many of you have played, but I used to play. There's something called as Flames. Have you played this game, Flames? Anyone?
Yes.
So what happens now? Suppose I am writing my name and I'm writing, suppose some girl name. Okay. This is my name and this is some girl name. So what happens here now? The common thing we have to cut down. Do you remember, Kirtana?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay, let me just save this. This is your ad hoc testing. Yeah, so let us just take a new page to understand compatibility testing. So let us just understand compatibility testing. So there's something called as Flames. And here am I writing the name Vikram, and here I'm writing a name, something I've written, suppose some girl named Rani. Now, what is the rule of this game? You know, F means friendship, L means love, A means affair, M means marriage, E means enemy, and S means sister. This is the rule. What happens? Whatever the common things are there, we have to cut down. Suppose this R is here, this R is here, we'll cut down. This A is there, and this A is there, we will again cut down. This I is there, this I, and this I also we will cut down. So what we are left with is, we are left with V and M and N. So how many letters? 1, 2, 3.
No, there's K.
Huh? Okay,
There's
also,
K.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 letters are left. So let us just cut down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are not going to get married. So this is over. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is no love between us. It's also fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are not friends. So that is also fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is no affair between us. That is also fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are not brothers and sisters, and we are what? Enemies. Okay. Vikram and Rana is enemy. That is called as what? Compatibility between Vikram and Rani is what? We both are enemies. So this is a game we used to play in our childhood. So in order to understand this for compatibility testing, I just given this example. So compatibility testing means testing the compatibility of an application on different hardware and software platform. So now we are going to test the compatibility of an application on different hardware and software platform. Hardware platform and software platform. This is where I want to focus. Software platform is the OS, the browser, and the hardware platform like RAM, hard disk, processor, graphics card. All these are what? Hardware platform. Okay. So if our application is working fine in this platform, this means this OS and browser, it's not working in different OS and browser. So there's a compatibility issue. So that is called as what? Compatibility testing. Okay. So let me just start with the hardware and software platform. So let me just remove this example and let me just take the hardware and software platform. Let me just check. So let us just take separately the software platform. Very good. So now software platform I'm dividing into two types. Okay. One is the OS and another will be the browser. So yeah, so let us just take this OS. Yeah. OS means operating system. So you guys now tell me, let me just make it like this. Yeah, so which are the OS we know? Anyone knows the type of OS? Which are the type of OS we know? There is something called as what? You know any OS? Anyone? DOS.
Operating system.
Yeah, then there's something called as Windows.
Yeah.
Linux.
Then there's something called as
Linux.
Unix. Then there's something called as any other operating system. Have you ever heard about MAC, Mac? Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
These are the operating system. Now further, if I divide, now Window is again having so many versions. You know, there are versions of Window. So there is something called as, do you know the versions of Window? There is something called as what? Window XP, Window XP. There is something called as Window XP is fine. Then there's something called as Windows 10. Before that, the version was what? Window Vista. Then before than that, there was something called as Windows 7. Again, there was Windows 8.8 and then 8.1 and then Windows 10. So these are the generally versions of Windows. And in Unix, there's a version. Do you know anything about Unix version? What are the versions for Unix? There is something called as Fedora. Do you know Fedora? Have you heard about that? Fedora. There's something called as Mandrovia, Ubuntu,
Ubuntu.
Red Hat, Ubuntu, Red Hat. Then there's something called as yeah. Let me just Fedora I have written. Let me just write down Ubuntu, Red Hat. There's something called as Mandrovia. So this is what are the divisions of Unix, the versions of Unix. So after this, after 10 minutes, this class will be over. So you can just rejoin it without any discussion. So this is again the divisions of Unix. So these are the operating system. Long ago, DOS was used. Now Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 10. Now most of the people are using Windows 10. In Unix, these many versions were there. And the software platform is also divided into OS, and there's something called as what? Something called as browser. So which are the types of browser we know?
Internet Explorer.
Yeah, tell me, which are the browsers we know? We know,
Internet.
yeah,
Safari.
yeah, Safari, yeah, correct. There's a browser called as Safari. Then,
Internet X.
yeah, Internet Explorer. Yeah,
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome. I means Internet Explorer. Google Chrome. Then, Google Chrome. Then, that's it, huh?
Firefox.
Yeah, Firefox. Then,
Microsoft Edge.
yes, Opera.
Yeah.
Opera is there. Firefox Edge is there. So there are so many browsers. Okay, now this is my software platform, and if I talk about hardware platform, this is hardware platform. Let us just talk about hardware platform. Hardware platform. So which are the hardware platform? Anyone knows? There's something.
RAM.
Yeah, there's something called as RAM, then hard disk, then graphics card, then there's something called as joystick. So these are what? Hardware platform. So this is how we do compatibility testing. That particular, now again, Safari will have lot of version. IE will have lot of version. IE 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Google Chrome will have lot of version. Opera, Firefox, all of this will have lot of version. So what we do is, we'll take, suppose an application is working fine in Windows 10, and suppose an application is working fine in Windows 10 and Google Chrome. But the same application, if I take this Windows 10 and Firefox, it is not working properly. So this is called as what? Compatibility issue. This is called as what? Compatibility issue. Compatibility issue means an application is working fine in one platform and it is not working in another platform. That means this particular application was working fine in Windows 10 and Google Chrome, but this is not working fine in Windows 10 and Firefox. So this is a compatibility issue. Did you understood what is a compatibility issue? Tell me yes, no.
Yes.
So what is compatibility issue? An application is working fine in one platform, but it is not working in another platform.
Another platform.
Yeah, what is compatibility testing? Testing the application on different hardware and software platform. As we are learning, so we are going to become software testers. So let us just focus on software platform. So software platform means OS and browser. So different OS and browser combination, the application is working, and we have to test that. So my question to you all is that, is it possible to do compatibility testing for all the OS and browsers?
So if
Yes.
you're doing the compatibility testing for Windows 10 to Google Chrome and Firefox, and why not to other OS and other browsers? We
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah. So is it possible?
Yes.
Yes.
So the answer is, you both are wrong. No, we cannot do compatibility testing for all the OS and browser combination, because there will be a lot of combination and our testing will never complete. See, Windows XP and this Google Chrome is having 32 versions. Okay. Now Windows Vista, and it is again 32 versions. Windows 7 again 32, Windows 10 again 32. This is only for Google Chrome. Again, if I take Unix, again all these versions of Firefox, and then all these versions of Unix, and then again this with IE, this with Safari. Like that, our testing will be never ever completed. Are you able to understand what I'm telling?
Okay. Okay.
See, if I take Windows 10, I will do it in IE, I will do it in Google Chrome. Now IE is having again 10 versions, Google Chrome is having 30 versions, and then Opera is having so many versions, Firefox is having so many versions. Again for Windows 7, again this channel will repeat. So we cannot do testing like that. Compatibility testing we will do according to the most used OS and browser by the end users. Are you able to understand what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay. Okay, sir.
Because we cannot do compatibility testing for all existing OS and browser because there will be a lot of combination of OS and browser. So if it is a service-based company, then they will tell that I want for Windows 10 and Chrome, Google Chrome. So they will tell, but if it is a product-based company, we will do compatibility testing as per the most used OS and browser. That is what is called as compatibility testing. In compatibility testing, no, compatibility testing I have told is the testing the compatibility of an application on different hardware and software platform. Hardware platform means what?
Operating
Oh,
system.
yeah. Hardware platform means what? RAM, hard disk, graphics card. Software platform means what? OS and
OS and
browser.
browser.
So compatibility issue. What is a compatibility issue? What is a compatibility issue? An application is working fine in one platform,
And not on the other platform.
not working fine in another platform. So that is called as what? That is called as compatibility issue. An application is working fine in one platform, not working in another platform, it's called compatibility issue. So this is again a compatibility testing. Now, compatibility testing is done on different software and hardware platform. So next question is how we decide an application for compatibility testing. How we decide an application for compatibility testing? We decide an application for compatibility testing based on the
End users.
most
Most
used OS
used
and browser by the
end users.
end user. Next is it possible to do compatibility testing for all OS and browser combination?
No.
So the answer is no. No, we cannot. No, we cannot do compatibility testing for all the OS and browser combination, as there will be lot of combination as there will be lot of combination, and we will not have sufficient time to test the application. This is called as, this is the compatibility testing. So why we do compatibility testing? Why we do compatibility testing? If this is asked, why we do compatibility testing?